G'day YouTube. Fuck me, let me turn that down. G'day YouTube. Just wanted to do I've got a few things, so I thought, well, might as well do a fucking update video. Just a heads up, I haven't watched most of this shit, but I'll give you like a brief summary of what it's about, and I guess I'll fucking, I don't know. But most of this shit I've wanted to watch for a while, so you'll get me talking about how I wanted to watch it for a while at least. Yeah, so I guess this would be first video after like fucking 2 weeks. I went on fucking holiday and I was just preparing for that the week before last week, and last week I was out on a cruise in the South Pacific, so no real time to make any videos. So, but I've finally gotten back. I have some time, some spare time, so I thought, you know, why not do a video? Anyway, before we get started, what we are listening to in the background is Goatmoon with Voito Valhalla. One of the, I guess what you would call spicier, sketchy fucking bands in the Finnish black metal scene. I'll put a link on where you can buy a copy of the CD or a digital copy, because pussies on fucking Bandcamp won't allow you to buy a digital copy directly through Bandcamp. You know, people need to sack up a little bit. You know, metal's about offending people. So, yeah. Anyway, a few of these things I did buy brand new. I don't know if I'll be able to post any links to buy, because most of this stuff was bought from retailers in Australia. I do have... I do have one buy from Amazon, so I'll just post a link to that. But most of this is like second-hand and bought from Australian only retailers. So yeah, there'll only be 2 links this time. But anyway, let's get started. We'll start off with the DVDs. First up, this one I actually have seen. I saw it quite a few years ago, probably when I was like fucking 15 or something. The American Nightmare, which is basically a documentary about the horror movies of the 70s, so to speak. It's got a list of shit, you know, Last House on the Left, Halloween, Rabid, Dawn of the Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, pretty good fucking documentary. It's got a bunch of interviews with directors, a bunch of directors who've since passed away. Obviously, you've got Toby Hooper, R.I.P., George Romero, obviously R.I.P. for both of them, and Wes Craven. Fucking rest in peace to all those guys. But yeah, I managed to find this for a bargain, so, you know, I'm not complaining. Yeah, The American Nightmare. There is a decent version playing on fucking YouTube. I might link the documentary in the comments, because it is very hard to find. But anyway, next up we've got Afflicted, which is a found footage vampire film. I have not watched this. I've heard for years this is pretty good, so I looked specifically for a decently priced copy, and I found a decently priced copy. So, yeah, cannot wait to watch it. But yeah, Clive Barker's Book of Blood. It's a British horror movie from, I think it's like 2008. Where the fuck is the... Where's the... I can't seem to find the date for this thing. Obviously, it's a horror movie based on one of Clive Barker's short stories from his Books of Blood short story collections. But again, I've seen this DVD around since I was like fucking 12. I used to see this all the time in JV Hi-Fi when I'd sneak through the horror section. And it just always intrigued me, and for some reason I thought about it a couple of weeks ago, and again, found a decently priced copy, so nice. Book of Blood. Innocent Blood. This one I have watched. This is directed by John Landis. It stars Anthony LaPaglia from, what was he fucking in? Without a Trace, that's it. Without a Trace he was in. And Robert Loggia. Basically, it's a little vampire horror comedy about this French vampire who's living in New York City, who has to feed, obviously, and her rule is that she doesn't feed on innocent blood. So basically, she stalks the city at night, trying to find shitty human beings that she can drink blood from. Anyway, she finds the mother of all pieces of fucking shit, and thinks, oh, I might drink his fucking blood. She fucking drinks his blood, but before she can kill him, before he can turn, she is fucking interrupted. So this mother of all assholes, mafia boss, turns into a fucking vampire. And yeah, fun shit. John Landis is legendary. Obviously, John Landis directed American Werewolf in London, one of my favourite horror films ever fucking directed, and obviously Animal House. But yeah, Innocent Blood. What's her fucking name? What's the main chick's name? Anne Porlard? I don't know how to fucking say it. I don't speak frog. Ribbit. That's Ribbit. That's the most I know of fucking French. But yeah, fun shit. Another one I've watched, actually. This I'm meant to show off in my last collection update, but basically I forgot that this was in, I put it in the collection and I completely fucking forgot where it was, so forgot to put it in the pile for the collection update. So basically it's a horror movie. It's essentially like an anthology that's tied together. All three stories are tied together by the same people. Each story represents a different subgenre of horror. One's romance horror, next is splatter, and then the next is horror comedy. I got this specifically because it has a... what the fuck is his name? That's it. A short by... one of the segments is directed by David Bruckner, who directed The Night House, which is one of my favourite horror movies from 2022. And yeah, his short didn't really disappoint. I liked the first two shorts. I found them fun. The ending is a bit messy, but the whole all in all, the movie's fun. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The Signal. I can link to buy that. I can link an eBay store to buy that because they're a reseller. So, Territories. I saw the trailer for this on the top of, I can't remember. I think it was Yellow Brick Road, which was in the last update, and I thought, fuck, this looks amazing. Basically, these people crossing the border from Canada back into America, coming home from a wedding, come across these crooked and deranged border guards, and they get kidnapped. That's the most I know about this movie, but it does look pretty good. So, anyway, Territories. I can also link that because, yeah, Next up, The Abominable Dr. Phibes, starring Vincent Price. Again, I've seen quite a few Vincent Price movies in the last few months. I've discovered this sort of love for classic horror, 50s, 40s, 60s horror movies, you know, with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee and such. And Vincent Price is definitely one of those found loves of classic horror actors. So, yeah, The Abominable Dr. Phibes. I still have to watch it. I can't tell you what it's about. I know it's a revenge story, but that's all I know as such. I still very much have to watch it. So, yeah. Yeah, The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Pardon me. Clown in a Cornfield. I saw this in the theaters. I found it very fun. Directed by Adam Caesar. No, Eli Craig. Directed by Eli Craig, the guy who did Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, which is one of my favourite horror comedies, slasher-ish horror comedies of all time. Alan Tudyk is amazing in that movie. I also enjoyed Little Evil quite a bit, but I felt Clown in a Cornfield was actually quite fucking amazing. I never read the books. I know a lot of people who read the books, who read this series of novels before they saw the books, said this was nothing like the books, but I've never read the books, so I can't make a comparison. But I did have fun, and a bunch of the Gen Z jokes did get me laughing in the theatre, so I thought I might as well get a copy of it. It's Clown in a Cornfield. Next up, The Damned. It's a folk horror movie from 2025. I have been wanting to watch this fucking movie since I saw the trailer earlier this year. It's finally come out on Blu-ray. I immediately picked it up. I need to watch this. I need to watch it. I gotta watch it. I've heard it's amazing. I have not watched it yet, but finally, Via Vision. They do spoil us. Usually in Australia, we don't get cool shit horror movies wise, but Via Vision generally seems to come through. Next up, Daybreakers. The Umbrella 4K release of Daybreakers. One of my favourite Aussie horror movies. I only watched this earlier this year, so it's nice to get a decent copy of this. Fun shit. Willem Dafoe is amazing, so is Ethan Hawke. It also has Vince Colosimo, who is I guess you could deign to say a legend in Australia. If you don't know who that is, he's an Australian actor. He was in a true crime show called Underbelly. Anyway, Daybreakers. Do check that out. Fun little vampire horror action movie. Yeah. Final Destination Bloodlines. I was very surprised. I didn't think this movie was going to be fucking good. I thought this was going to be shit, but surprisingly, it was quite fucking good. So, this camera is not fucking focusing for some reason. Come on, you bastard. Yeah, anyway, Final Destination Bloodlines. And finally, Shocker. Directed by Wes Craven. I guess this was supposed to be like his second A Nightmare on Elm Street, so to speak. His spiritual sequel, I guess. His it was supposed to be as big as A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it clearly was not. But true, a beloved horror movie of mine. One of my favourite Wes Craven horror movies. I'm not going to say much. Just fucking watch it. I'll post a link to get this. So, anyway. Thanks for watching. Motherfuckers. I will catch you next time. Yeah, I'll put a bunch of links down below for shit that you can actually buy. And yeah. So anyway, laters.